How's it going, boys? My name is Schlatt, and welcome back to the Weekly Slap. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. Hope you spent some time with the family. I am currently at home watching Jambo lose his mind trying to figure out what the hell a Christmas tree is. Because, yeah, I put mine up the day after Halloween. I mean, I'm not even going to lie. I'm a festive guy. I don't know what to say. Anyways, we're going to talk today about the notion of self-improvement, getting better at stuff. Whether that's picking up a new skill or working on your mental or anything, really. I mean, someone sent this question to me not too long ago, and straight to the point, he just said, how do I achieve a goal that seems almost impossible when you try so hard and nothing comes out of it? He could be talking about anything here. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to lose weight, get buff. Maybe he's trying to start a business. Maybe he's trying to fix his sleep schedule, which I'd consider the hardest on that list, given the fact that it is 3 a.m. and I just recently woke up. Whatever it is, it's a goal, right? It's a goal that you set for yourself that seems far away. Macro, like wide scale, it motivates you and it makes you want to work towards it and like get excited about having achieved it. But, you know, the micro, the day by day of it all, it's tough to see much improvement. Sometimes it's hard to see any at all. The biggest goals we set for ourselves are always going to be the ones that seem the farthest away or like the most impossible to actually do, right? In my case, that was becoming a YouTuber. Cliche, Jay Schlatt talking about being a YouTuber. Suck my dick. Everybody wants to be a YouTuber, right? Nobody actually gets there, you know, because it's very easy to think about starting a channel and to edit the first video and to feel like you're on your way. That's what I thought it would be like too back in the day, back over like a decade ago when I started watching these guys for the first time, like Freddie W and Quarter Digital, and I watched those cool ass videos and was like, holy shit, this is what I want to do. This is cool as fuck. I didn't even know these guys were making money. Honestly, I'm not even sure you could at that time, but that's what I wanted. And I actually have a whole video on this channel talking about that process and how long it took and how dedicated I was into turning that dream into a reality. And I pretty much had no results for years and years and years until everything changed. And like I went from making no money to making some money to quitting my part-time job to spend more time on YouTube and then quitting my other part-time job and then just dropping out to do it full-time. And that happened in, you know, like the span of a year. And the reality of the situation isn't that I was like working harder than I was back in the day when I wasn't all that successful. I was already eating, sleeping, and shitting YouTube. You know, the Jinx grind, you know what I'm saying? It was already all I was doing. I didn't bother myself with hanging out with friends or like getting a girlfriend or any of that dumb shit, you know? I was like one of those TikTok drop shippers who just lives the most miserable life on the planet because they're making like, $50 selling Alibaba products, but that's like the coolest thing in the world. Getting off track. What really happened once I started succeeding on YouTube is that I just reached the point where my hard work started paying off. And there's a great way of looking at it that I read about recently in a book called Atomic Habits. And it has to do with enacting big change in your life, whatever that may be. When you're committed to something and you're working towards it every day, you got to think of what you want like an ice cube in a cold room. You start out and it's really cold in the room. It's like 25 degrees Fahrenheit because Fahrenheit is the only logical way to measure temperature, but that's a video for another time. It's 25 degrees in the room. You really want this ice cube to melt. You really want it to melt. You want to start blowing up on YouTube. You want to get absolutely yoked, you know? You want to get your finances in order. You want the ice cube to melt. That is your goal. And so what do? You start heating it up. And gradually, the temperature in the room, it starts to rise. It goes from 25 to 26, maybe 27, maybe even 28, you know? It's going up consistently. You're going to the gym every day or you're dollar cost averaging into the stock market. Whatever you're doing it consistently to achieve this goal. And the temperature in the room going up is the work you're putting in. It's 29 degrees now. It's 30, and you're heating this room up, but the ice cube is still there until it hits 32 degrees Fahrenheit. And just like that, the ice cube melts out of nowhere. 1 second it was ice, and now it's just a fucking puddle. And what tends to happen is that people on the outside looking in see that ice cube one day, and then they see the puddle the next, and they think, oh, that was lucky. Or like, they'll look at that. It was like an overnight success, right? Everything changed just like that. But what they didn't see was that the temperature in the room started at fucking 25 degrees. And they didn't watch it go up from 25 to 26 to 27, all the way up to 31 before anything noticeable happened. And I'm going to quote directly from the book. I got it right here. Complaining about not achieving success despite working hard is like complaining about an ice cube not melting when you heated it from 25 to 31 degrees. Your work was not wasted. It is being stored. All the action happens at 32 degrees. All of a sudden, you just start to see a little bit of definition in your arms, or you get your first sale, or your crappy meme about Elon Musk blows up and gets 20 million views, and people start to notice. But what they don't see is the temperature in the room go from 25 all the way up to 32. What they didn't see was the ugly, the years worth of videos that fell flat, that sucked. They didn't see the constant improvement and learning and growth that led you to where you are now. They only saw the ice cube one day and a puddle the next. And boys, it's not the luck that got it there. I'm not saying it's a completely level playing field, right? Like whatever room you're trying to warm up, and this is a really meta, like weird way of thinking about it, but like whatever room you're trying to warm up could be way colder than 25 degrees. You could be starting at like 20. Hell, you could be starting at 31, right? The odds could be in your favor. That's where I think the luck is. But the biggest mistake I think you can make is to want something really, really bad and then commit to make it happen and then complain about the ice not melting even when you can feel it getting warmer. Again, the book is called Atomic Habits. I would wholeheartedly recommend you guys check it out. It's helped put a lot of things into perspective for me. And I hope this video gave you a little something to munch on. I'm not sure if I explained the metaphor all too well, but if I did, then think about where it applies. What is something that you are working towards, that you want really badly? And ask yourself if you're thinking about it the right way. Anyways, boys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.